Because this was my first RV trip, I planned an Airbnb trip right in the middle of it because I wasn't sure how much I was gonna hate it. So we stopped in Tahoe for 3 days. We're in a place that hadn't been rented in a month. We go outside, we're scooting around, we're biking, we're walking everywhere.
We were able to play in the lake, and we just did so many different activities that as a family we just had the best time.
You know, ever since you were little, I've been wanting to go and do like big adventures with you. And now, with everything going on, we kind of have to.
We're in like a neighborhood where Graydon is literally on a scooter all the way around the neighborhood, just free like a kid should be. And that's what we wanted to accomplish by getting out and about, is like give these kids the freedom that they wouldn't have in our city life.
Do you hear the river, Graydon? Bye. Thank you so much, Teacher Ashley.
And once we were in Tahoe, we recognized that like things could continue. Like we rented a boat, we could still be out on the water. Whereas in LA, we were afraid of that. We were afraid of doing anything. And I think that it's still weird that we chose to do this, you know, and we're not the only people that felt stuck. Everybody was feeling stuck. But people were just starting to have the conversation about open it back up, and I think that we saw the writing on the wall, which was the pressure to open back up was going to be too much. That eventually people were going to have to accept whatever risks. And to be honest, because of Maggie, it just wasn't a risk that we were going to be willing to take.
You know, with every step that we have taken, we've realized it's so nice to have freedom to be out.
Bye, Lake Tahoe. Thanks for the good times. The only thing I know about this place that we're going is that they serve cinnamon buns and coffee in the morning, and sometimes that's enough.
Just as I got there, it's a hard right turn. I was like, here we go.
The second he takes a right, the back of the RV starts scraping the highway. We're stuck in the middle of nowhere, in the highway.
I need to find a little bit of wood because this wheel isn't touching, so I got to get something to give it some traction. If we push it too hard, then we're going to bust that sewage thing.
Okay.
I did find this piece of wood that is somebody's mailbox, I think.
Get stuck?
Yep, little stuck. Not quite sure. This guy's spinning. Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, that's my sewage.
Okay.
Right? I mean, my best bet is probably backing up a little bit.
Yeah, well, you got gravity on your side. You do that at least.
Whatever triangle axle things that are hanging from the back and the actual RV are both stuck in the highway. We're in the middle of a pandemic, nobody's wearing masks, and everybody's so nice, but we're like, please stay away from us, but also help us. Real predicament here. And now people are like having to go around us. Guy comes up and he was like, you stuck? Yes. He goes, I can get you out. And he did.
So much happened today.
Right.
It's now raining, so we're just inside the RV. Now we know, and it was definitely like novice driving because to take a
I
wide
mean, you know,
turn.
like, I don't
Let
think
me
you-
finish this
But
sentence.
like, I mean, the fact you're calling it novice driving, I think, like, you don't need to use qualifiers like that. It's unnecessary.
It's
You
beginner
could-
driving.
like-
It's driving of someone that hasn't driven an RV before. So what's a word for that? Oh, novice.
We got stuck, and Taylor ate through her crate. Gray was in meltdown mode because he didn't sleep well the night before, and I just got lost in the woods. So that place was a loss. We're in like PTSD of yesterday.
Yes, that's true. I think that the guy said that it takes like 50,000 miles to really get used to it. We're at mile 800. Started hearing a rumble on the roof that we had clipped somebody's electric wires on our way out of the last location.
Because we had such a hard time getting in, the owner of the property wanted to help us out. So he directs us in this one direction. And so we trusted that he knew what he was doing. I'm actually hoping it's their house and
I
not our
heard like a
house.
snap and I was like, hey, was that my truck? And he's like, no. And now that we're 20 miles down the road, I think it may have been our truck. It was the antenna that I guess clipped, broke off, it snapped.
Packed with duct tape just in case we go.
Okay, good job. This is RV life, huh? That's what happens when you drive your house around, you know? Like when your house stays still, it breaks. Things happen. When your house moves, well, it can't be better.
We will not be your videos of how to do it. We will be your how to not RV. On like day 11 of our RV trip.
What do you think of this campsite? Is this the best one yet? The next day we're back out on the road again on our way to a harvest host, and this time we're staying at a golf course. It's the only place that was the right distance away to get us back to LA. So we go to this golf course and nobody knows why we're there. They apparently have never done this before, and so the guy that I had been talking to isn't here and isn't responding to the guy who is here. So right now we're just parked on the side of the street looking at a golf course, but there are people here until apparently about 7.
And it's like family vacation. We are the Griswolds. We open it up, we are in people's lawns. So ridiculous. Like what are we gonna do? Set up chairs, like, and watch golfers? There's people golfing. There's people golfing. Can you see our RV? I'm like crying. I'm laughing so hard.
What did you say? You said, keep trying, you'll get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to give people encouragement. They need it sometimes.
And I said down the 24 too.
We cannot stop laughing. We're like, we can't stay here.
You know, hopefully there's something close. I'll just click on,
Even just RV place.
yeah, an RV park.
Yeah, okay. So, it's been a long day. And, you know, this has been an experience. It's been really fun, but the last couple of days have been really hard. And we're just trying to figure out, like, how to RV possibly across the country to see family, or if it's even possible. We drive off to a KOA that's right around the corner, and it is the opposite of what I was hoping for. Just everybody packed into sites this big, and I was like, anxiety. I pulled in, spun around, pulled right back out. Now we're going back to the golf resort because it's our better option.
We've just been in the car for 7 hours.
For no reason.
Go back to the golf course. It was supposed to close at 7, and now we're in this giant park with golf balls and sprinklers, and there's nobody else there.
Take my hand and I'll be your guide. I'll take you places that you'd never find. I know something about a state of mind. I've got the dreamer in
Thought about our first ever RV trip.
Good.
Yeah, what was the best part?
It's our last night.
Why is this our last night tonight?
It's our last night of our RV trip.
Yeah.
Hey, Maggie. Are you excited about that? Hey. Okay, slide outs just came in.
So we stayed the night in this parking lot. Sorry, that was so funny. The look on that guy's face when he pulled in the slide in.
Last day, guys, what do we think? Last day. Was this a great adventure?
Yeah, Gray just told me he didn't want to leave the RV.
Then it was time to go home.
Bye, golf place. Thanks for housing us in the back of your parking lot.
And when we reach the destination, you will see
And that's where the adventure begins.
waiting for the ones who will keep.
Let's talk about what happens next. We get back to LA, pack up everything we own, sell our house, move into the RV, and head out on an adventure that's equal parts self-preservation and the best way we can teach our kids how to make lemonade out of global pandemics. I hope you subscribe so you can stay in this adventure with us.